Okay. So when people talk to me like, hey, you look beautiful, I don't let my head swell. Don't I know I look beautiful? Christ in me, the hope of glory. I looked at the mirror before. Hey, you're just so handsome. I say, thank you. You want to know what makes me handsome? I've done that before. I was flying from Houston to Tampa, Florida, and I came in the plane, and a lady, as I came in, a lady said, I was going to sit, near them. There was a big plane, so there were 3 rows in that cabin. So I came in, she stood up, and I sat, and she sat down. So she said, wow, you must be a VIP. I said, yes, ma'am, a VVIP. Oh, she said, that's wonderful. She said, are you a celebrity? I said, more than a celebrity. Oh, she said, I thought as much. Now, I was excited in my spirit because I was waiting to sit down and strike a conversation. And then she said, so what do you do then? I said, I'm a pastor. She said, what? I said, pastor, preacher. Oh, she said, okay. Now her face changed. So I said, ma'am, do you believe in Jesus? She said, sorry, I don't discuss religion. I said, that makes 2 of us. I don't discuss religion either. I said, I'm talking about Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, Savior of the world. I'm talking about a relationship. She said, please. I said, I don't want to discuss religion. I said, why don't you just listen? I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about the person. I didn't know the man on the other side was the husband. So when she thought I was disturbing her, she said, John, please, could you come sit here? So she changed her seat and moved to the other side and told the husband to come sit on the seat where she was. Wow. So I was happy. I said, well, you've submitted your husband. Since you won't listen, I followed up the husband. So when I was preaching to him, he said to me, I'm a Jew. I said, how? Where is your, the little cap? Where is your keeper? He brought it out of his pocket and showed me. I said, oh, that's beautiful. I said, somehow I'm a Jew too, because everything you believe, I believe. Well, he was arguing that Jesus didn't say he was the Son of God. He was not the Son of God. Don't believe in the New Testament. And then I started telling him, showing him, he was paying attention. Then when the woman saw that the husband was paying attention, we carried the newspaper, said, John, look at this. At first, I didn't understand what she was doing. Then the husband wasn't paying much. He said, okay, wasn't paying attention. Then she brought it a second. I said, ma'am, why are you disturbing him? He said, because I don't want him to leave.